Look, the significant media attention surrounding the appointment of the former New South Wales Deputy Premier John Barilaro as the New South Wales Trade Commissioner to America has provoked seemingly endless inquiries and equally endless contradictory conclusions. Everyone in the Perrottet government seems to be running for cover. I must be the only taxpayer who thinks that if someone is going to be appointed to such a prestigious job on $500,000 of taxpayers' money, then the government we elect should be making the decision. I should say I have no problem with John Barilaro getting the job. He's able, he's committed, he's often outspoken, and he has an excellent capacity to communicate with people at their level. But that seems to have escaped sensible debate. I repeat, if taxpayers' money, $500,000, is to go to the appointment of anyone, how is it that the government can throw its hands up and say, this has nothing to do with us, we're not responsible for deciding who gets $500,000. That's not the decision of the government, that's the decision of someone you've never heard of. Who the hell is running the state on such a critical issue? It's clear that the elected government isn't. Now they're tying themselves up with all sorts of inquiries, costing tens of thousands of taxpayers' dollars, even an inquiry to investigate the hiring process. Surely as plain as the nose on your face, the hirer must be the government. To those in the Perrottet government jumping up and down and saying this is a disaster, it's only a disaster because the process is a disaster. I'm not the only person who can't comprehend how, if you're going to shovel out $500,000 of taxpayers' money, the government, whom we elect, doesn't decide to whom the money should go? Well, it should. This business about government being at arm's length is a cover for political cowardice. Government is there to safeguard our money, which we give to them, not to waste, but to be properly accountable for, and for government to choose the best people, not some bureaucrat. It'll eventually come to light that Gladys Berejiklian made many decisions as Premier without consulting anyone, except a little cabal of political sycophants. That business about a New South Wales Resilience Commissioner was a Berejiklian appointment without cabinet discussion and with a budget of over $700 million and goodness knows how many staff, and that's supposed to lead in disaster management. Now, you've heard Janelle Saffin on this program say that in relation to the Lismore floods, Resilience New South Wales were a complete failure, a 9-to-5 outfit. So here's a bloke, a Resilience Commissioner, also earning somewhere approaching $500,000, and he's given the gig by government. But the Trade Commissioner to America is not appointed by the government, but he's also on $500,000. I guess we'll eventually know who did what, but there are suggestions that Berejiklian as Premier gave the Trade Commissioner job to a public servant. Reports in the last week suggest that the Deputy Secretary, Jenny West, of an outfit we've never heard of, Trade and International, was told in August last year by Gladys Berejiklian that she had the job. And Investment New South Wales was reportedly close to issuing a press release to announce the position. Indeed, the Executive Director at Trade and Investment New South Wales wrote in an email, and I quote, "I think we're close to being able to announce New York, and the others will probably be ready to go sometime in September," unquote. Barilaro was still in the Parliament then.